Hey girl, hey, welcome back to Charity Evolved, and I am your girl Charity. And if you're new here, this is a place where we dive deeply and just learning and drawing closer to God and just transforming our lives. Have you ever felt like you were doing better? You were healing, and then out of nowhere, you find yourself back with the same emotions, the same thoughts, the same pain, the same feels that you really, truly, genuinely thought that you left behind. Me too. One of the hardest things about healing is realizing that it's not this straight path. It's not something perfect, like this perfect little staircase where we just climb up it one step at a time, day after day. We get closer and closer and closer. It genuinely, really, truly is messy. It's confusing. It feels like oftentimes we're moving forward and then suddenly all of a sudden we're taking 27 steps backward. It doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean that I am doing something wrong. I have to say that to myself because for a long time I thought that healing meant that I constantly had to be improving, that if I was still triggered by something, or if I still cried about something, or got emotional about something that happened so long ago, years even, that I wasn't healed yet. It was like I was failing at becoming whole. And the reality is that mindset, it kept me stuck. There were days when honestly I felt like I had grown so much, where I had genuinely evolved, forgiven and let go. And then something just like that would remind me of the past. A smell, a song, someone's random conversation, and then boom, I'm back in that old space, the one that I thought that I had buried. I used to beat myself up for that, and I'd ask myself, girl, get a hold of yourself. Like, why are you still here? Didn't you deal with this already? But now I see things differently. I see it differently because I have to. Because healing isn't just a one time thing, it's a process. But more importantly, it's not something that's non linear. It's something that oftentimes we will have to revisit the old wounds. And it's not because we're weak, it's not because our body, our mind, our spirits, our soul are like not trying to give us a chance to heal, but it's truly something that we have to understand, that we missed something maybe the first time around. And it's an opportunity for us to allow ourselves to have grace where we didn't necessarily allow ourselves to have it before. There's a version of me that still holds on to a lot of pain, a version of me that still looks for closure in places that sometimes you can't forget. And I used to try to silence her, but now I sit with her and I ask her. Now I don't sit too long, but I ask her, what do you need? Because ignoring her doesn't make it go away. It just makes you feel more alone. Some of the most powerful moments in my healing journey weren't the days where I felt strong. They were the days where I allowed myself to be still and soft and quiet and feel the feels. And those are the days that I will admit I didn't have it all together. Those are the nights where I let myself cry and didn't try to stop it, didn't try to force it. It's then that I began to heal. It is then that I allowed myself to grow. So if you're watching this and you're hearing this and you're feeling like you've been making some progress, but then you keep going back and you keep spiraling and you want to crash out, or you want to pick up the phone and say the things or do the things, I want you to know this. You're not broken. You're not back at square one. You're just adding on another layer to your healing. And this layer, it matters. Sometimes we're just in a rush to get to the finish line. We're in a rush to see things through and finish because that's what we're told to do. Get over it, move on, let go, right? The reality is that yes, you should do those things, but it's a rhythm. It's not just about being done. It's about being present with who you are and learning to trust yourself, even when it's hard. And I know that, yes, there will be days when you feel like you're whole, and then there will be days where you feel like you're not enough. But those days will become few and far in between, because at some point you're going to literally erase that person and be the person that you were truly meant to be. But what we have to do is let ourselves grow. We have to allow ourselves to be gentle and kind with the parts that still are hurting. You don't have to have it figured all out, because, to be honest, oftentimes we never will. But we just have to simply just keep showing up. Even when it's hard, even when it's messy, you are healing. And sometimes you're not going to feel like you want to keep going. Sometimes you're going to feel like, I just want to lay here and just be unsettled. But once you get out of that headspace and you move forward and you get up and you say, I am worthy, I am important, I am going to move forward, I am going to allow myself to feel the feels, learn from the feels, grow and move on, you are going to 100% move forward, feel the change, and then eventually be the change. If this resonated with you, I thank you for being here. And I thank you for allowing me to speak to you on your journey as I go through my journey. And if you're navigating on your healing path, just know this: I see you. You are seen. And it's okay to not be okay all the time. Leave a comment if this spoke to you, and let's just keep moving forward. Until next time, walk wisely, live boldly, and keep evolving with God. Love you, sis. Bye.